off to the creek.
Okay, now we can talk.
Gosh darn, I'm gonna have to cut like 5 minutes out of the recording I already have going. Did you time that to like 5 o'clock exactly? Is that why you did it?
No, that was actually not intentional.
Oh, good.
No, but keep it like that so we can.
Am I? Am I muted? Can you guys hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're just a little like your volume's fine. You're just kind of breaking up a bit. So. Oh man.
I still see a red circle around my image.
Wait, a red turtle?
You know how you have that red circle when it's muted? Yeah. I still see that thing, but it pops green every once in a while when I talk, so I'm not entirely...
It's probably just a visual.
A visual?
Okay, it's gone. I guess it was just lagging behind.
Hello and welcome to the Queen community. I'm your host, Alex Williams, and today I have with me Kaiju X, Nagoda, and Joe.
That's basically it. Yeah, the KWCC has now been rebranded to the Queen community. Alright, yeah, well, yeah, don't worry, Joe. Gray Shot knows he just has a couple things to finish up real quick. He'll be on, he'll be on in a bit, so.
But
Yeah,
today,
he's just like Freddie Mercury in the movie, always showing up late.
Maybe an hour
I
late
thought you meant after
that
that.
last time.
So.
But today, Bohemian Rhapsody is winning Best Picture.
Joe, we know it's all Kino.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, with that said, we will begin things proper with the introduction of Queen. I mean, hello everyone, welcome to this month's KWCC properly. I am your host, Kaiju X, and today we have Nagoda, Alex, and Joe, and the Gray Shot in a little bit. So last time, like, it has been, like, I meant to, something came up last week, so we couldn't really hold the podcast then. Because it was my intention for a podcast to come up last week, but it just didn't. Things just didn't work out. So, but yeah, like, here's the proper February Valentine's KWCC for everyone to listen in on. So, with that said, yeah, we're just currently waiting on Gray Shot because he's actually said he'll be on in just a little bit. So.
Well,
We will be.
It's like a proper Valentine present.
Oh yeah, that's right. The KWC, or we can get the results for the KWC Awards and KWCE Awards by extension. You know, the thing nobody reads.
In other news, Birdman is salty because we could use 100% of our brains because we solved the stupid color riddle.
Yeah, I read. I was half tempted. I saw that. I was half tempted to reply with yellow. just to friggin', just a troll. Oh man, just reply with yellow. My goodness.
I hate that nobody that I put without the.
Joe, you're a little on the quiet side. Could you like move the mic closer to your mouth or something? Or
Hello.
Moshi Moshi?
It's good.
Joe, shove the mic into your mouth.
What?
Just eat it. Just eat it.
Just eat it. Eat it.
Eat it.
I just fed the guinea pig, so you won't be hearing any squealing.
Oh, that's good.
Ah.
And he's here, everyone. Your master overlord that Alex will one day try to assassinate or something like that. I forget what story
So,
we were carrying with that.
Bitch, I do that on a daily basis.
Yes. I was in the very important thing of playing Overwatch and with my girlfriend, and immediately we were like, oh yeah, we have enough time for 15 minutes, for until one more game, and then we just kept fighting for control, and it just kept going into overtime. We're just like, come on!
What are you, 12?
What? Overwatch is fun.
Did you win?
I did. I play, my character, my main, is Wrecking Ball, and let's just say I got a few strikes. So I didn't get play of the game because that one went to a Hanzo, but I still did a ton. I got gold on damage, so
Of course.
take that.
Great Shot's just salty. He couldn't be Tracer.
No, my mains are Wrecking Ball, Moira, and Hanzo. Which, for those that don't know, Wrecking Ball is a giant hamster, Hanzo's a Japanese man with a bow, and Moira is an Irish girl that really likes to suck and blow. So that is basically the characters in a nutshell. Health in that regard.
All right.
But in regards to the KWC, have we discussed the newest matches yet?
No, we were just waiting on you, and we did not go over. Yeah, last time we had the KWCC, we had a special guest on in the form of Monster Island Buddies. So we did not really go over any KWC matches in that particular podcast. However, we were going to be saving that for this month proper. So last time we ended on 249, so we can begin with 250, then 251, and then most recently 252 for anyone that's read it.
Ah, cool.
I thought we went over Oh, never mind.
Well, I know I've done 252, and yeah, there seems to be a few errors, which, Nagoda, let me just say this. I think something is obviously wrong because the name was done correctly on the main page and incorrectly on the...
Yeah, so. I don't know how that happened.
It probably was just an accident.
Probably.
Accidents don't cut it with Nagar. He's gonna shoot up the site now.
Let's not go that far, but I think Anthony just posted this and maybe just like got into like a typing thing where he just kept repeating it.
Well,
I don't know.
I also know for sure that you sent two banners to me to make into a GIF.
Yep, and that's what I sent. It's this image right here.
Yeah.
He might not have realized, and he might have thought it was a
.png,
yep.
Or .jpeg even.
Yeah, because this is here's the GIF file.
Yeah, here's what it should be.
Yes, and it does transition if you click on it. So that's what I sent. That way I could give Nagoda and Birdman both credit because both of them put in some fantastic banners.
Yeah, they were both really solid banners. I find it kind of a shame that Nagoda's banner was because you could technically throw me in for minor credit for 252's banner because I made them into a GIF. Just minor credit, nothing significant. But I find it a shame because I really loved Nagoda's banner, but it was it's gonna be following the new format that'll be coming up, so I had to crop it. So I was like, shoot, how I would have loved to have shown.
I mean, you guys could have just told me to fix it, and I would have fixed it. I think I just sent KWC a fixed version where it shows Kumanga in it, and everything is kind of more shrunken down and it fits better.
Oh
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that We'll get that fixed.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and see if my brother has anything up and coming, so that way he can maybe we could see if we get that typo in that image thing.
Just kick open his room and be like, bro, listen, I need you.
Yeah, it's not that.
Fix this.
Yeah, it's not that simple nowadays because he has work, and then it also depends on when Anthony leaves stuff open or if he has anything to update with. So.
Okay then.
So yeah, things are not as simple as they used to be, unfortunately.
Well, if we are gonna go back, or I guess if we are gonna start from the beginning, let's start with back in the olden days, when this person used to run reign on the KWC, we had match 250 done by, well, not Thomas Singleton anymore, Thomas Fairchild.
Fairchild.
Fairchild, yes.
Fairchild.
He said Fairchild.
I did not say Fairchild.
We have you recorded saying it.
Nope, definitely didn't happen.
You said fail.
Somebody said Fairchild. I just don't know who. But
Now he's gonna have to come after you.
But yeah, like this is 250. Unfortunately, I did not really get the chance to squeeze in the time to properly read it, which is things have just been kind of a little bit crazy. But
oh man, my homie left the chat.
Oh no!
What? Ah, he's
Joe.
gone.
Joe,
My homie. There's my homie.
there he is, but he can't hear us. Joe. Okay, anyway, let's get on to the match. Match 250, Batra and Megalon versus Zandora versus Monster X. So, for those of you who have read the match, I sadly didn't. Just kind of
Built the top.
Yeah, up the top, yeah.
Well, in regard for this match, I will say I honestly really enjoyed it. I thought it was Tom's better matches because, specifically, I don't think that the monster battle was as memorable. I love the human interactions, I shouldn't even say human. All the characters interacting with each other, going back and forth, the betrayals, the double betrayals, the triple betrayals, kind of also setting up with this plot of it's global invasion, but then having to turn its head no, we're just eliminating the competition type scenarios that keep going on. I quite enjoyed, and how they kept bouncing characters off each other, how certain characters appeared and disappeared. Overall, I really enjoyed the human aspect. I think that's so far this year probably the best human, easily the best human interaction we've had, and you can even make an argument from last year. But the monster battle itself also really nice. Each monster getting their own little time to shine. Monster X just getting pummeling the other two was always entertaining. My personal favorite is always Monster X because people can make him devilishly evil, and Tom definitely does a great job here.
Devilishly evil, but gets his ass kicked every time.
Yep, exactly. I consider him the Boros of the KWC. Very much the... he is supposed to be immensely powerful, or people think he's immensely powerful, but then every time he faces an opponent, he's like, oh yes, finally I have a challenge. He immediately gets killed. So...
Our battle will be legendary.
Dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, otherwise, honestly, I thought a really, really good 250, and I thought Tom did a great job on this. He did a lot of editing. He was like, take this away from me, man, or else I'm going to keep editing it. I'm like, okay, no worries. And I should also give credit to Jackson Morris for making the awesome banner. Though I quite enjoy the exploding head effect of the Godzilla tower and the face mask over Monster X. But... No, I thought he did a really good job, especially making it look like it was not as well as I would say the Black Moth and Maguma, but it's stylized to make it look.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I honestly wish I could give more concise, thorough opinions of these next few matches. The other two, I only vaguely remember because I looked them over and whatnot. But this one in particular, I wish I could get from what I'm seeing at a glance, it seems very promising. It's it reminds me of 133, but done better. It's like a gathering of all these, antagonists from the Godzilla series and just them bouncing off each other and, how they, as mentioned, betray each other, backstab each other and whatnot. So it's that'll, anytime it's the gathering those kind of antagonists, you're in for a good time.
Yep. Special props to Belvera and the cockroach kind of alien people. I forget what they're, the Nebulas.
Nebulas,
Space
yeah.
Hunter Nebula.
Nebulans, yeah.
Yeah.
Those two I thought were my favorites, with special third place going to the Seradian Agent. But yeah, no, those three really well done, and it's kind of nice because you don't get to see these characters in the KWC too often.
All I see on the banner are a bunch of white people and a guy from a spirit costume.
Gosh darn.
I just realized something.
What?
You know how the Exilian commander in the match, he fights Jet Jaguar and stuff, and he says he's a Kaiser, and it shows the old guy Exilian instead of the actual Kaiser Exilian guy.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
now
my
I'm just
bad.
imagining that guy going through the entire fight.
Yeah, that was a mix-up, and Jackson couldn't fix it in time. So
Okay. So we got the wrong Exilian commander in there.
he's there in spirit.
Okay,
It's
fair
really
enough.
a young man. That's just spirit, though.
All right, gotcha.
Remember, guys, apparently all Exilians look the same to them.
I mean, they all look the same under their skin. You know how it is.
Hey, that's good. That's good. But yeah, I will
That
give.
reminds me of a time when I married one of their women. I walked home, kissed my wife, and then it turned out it wasn't my wife. She apparently gets Nakoda the majority of the week now.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, yeah, I will. Yeah, give kudos to the banner on this one. Like, I think some of the banner's stylized nicely. Then you got all the characters in the corner as the monster stuff goes on. And it's interesting that Jet Jaguar's here. Clearly just serving more of a he serves a more narrative role from what I can tell. Like, he's not actually a combatant in the fight itself, from what I'm seeing.
Wait, I just realized something. GBJ.
Yes, my son.
GBJ. You know how you said the Exilian thing you just said?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're astronaut Glenn from Invasion of Astro Monster?
Sure. Sure, but we're in an alternate universe where I didn't die in the 60s.
Fair enough. And you retained your youth somehow.
Yes, and of course, like I said, my ex-wife gets Nagoda for the majority of the week.
Anyway, we'll bounce down from me to Nagoda. What did you think of 250? Did you get a chance to read it, or?
Yeah, it was really fun. I like all the alien. I like all the how the aliens all came together, started arguing, and then for some reason the Seradian agent showed up and killed 3 people. Right? I think it was 3 people. I don't know. That's the only thing I remember is Exilian fighting Jet Jaguar. I think Batra transformed a couple times, and then the Seradian agent killed a bunch of people. That gosh darn Seradian agent.
Yep. Also, in regards to Jet Jaguar, what Kaiju X said, the fact he's not really combatant to fight monsters. He's more of like a tool for the Seatopia people. I thought was also a nice. All right, because he could technically, honestly, he could be like evil if you really wanted it to be.
Right, because that was part of the Seatopians' original plan in the movie, where they were going to steal Jet Jaguar so that way they could just replicate him and make their own army of robots, if I remember right. So it's like, yeah, making basically an AU where Jet Jaguar was taken by the Seatopians would be actually a really interesting spin.
Yeah, having like Jet Jaguar and Megalon fighting side by side. I mean, it's not used technically. I mean, technically they both fight, but their fighting style is, well, one's like a Kaiser, one's an actual monster. So I mean, they don't fight side by side, but they fight like probably like 100 feet from each other at some point.
Right. So. Yeah.
Also, the banner where Monster X is trying to put on the Godzilla Tower head as a mask.
Yeah, don't you know it's for the up-and-coming 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters? It's all part of the merchandise. Toho, listening on Great Shot's idea regarding Megalon and Jet Jaguar teaming up. Sounds great, not gonna happen. Yeah, that's it. Let's go down. Alex, do you have any thoughts on 250?
I didn't read it, but for a suggestion on the banner, should have gotten Joe to drawn it like he did for match 164.
Dick blasted.
All the characters could be stick figures.
Dick blasted.
Drawn as we're doing this podcast.
Oh my goodness. And Joe, what'd you think of 250?
I didn't read it.
Shucks. Alright. Apparently the
I currently am reading the next one.
Alright. It apparently seems the KWC is a dying art around these parts, at least in the Discord community. Anyway. So with that,
we just shitpost.
Yeah, basically.
Sounds about right. But yeah, no. So does anyone have any final words for 250? I guess.
Don't think so. So with that said, we will move on to the next match in line. Red King versus match 251. Red King versus Kamakuris. Written by Keyshawn Johnson and banner by our beloved Nagoda.
My son.
So,
again, continuing the trend of me fucking up, I continued that trend with this match because I forgot there were 2 Kamakuses in this one.
Oh, yeah.
I thought there were 3.
No, I think there were 2.
No, there were 2, but then he didn't tell me, so I only put 1 to Kamakuris.
I thought it was just a Gigantus.
No, there's 1 Kamakuris and a Gigantus.
But yeah, let's headcanon it. Let's just say the other one's camouflaged and we can't see it right now.
Exactly. The other thing I did was, technically Nagoda made a fantastic banner, but I was, me being like, I could add maybe something more. Because I was
Fireballs.
Like... Yes, I was like, what if he picked up some chunks of earth, lit them on fire, and threw them? And that's where I kind of that's why I kind of threw that in, because it was like, Red King has his fire fists on, but like, I imagine him like looking at the Kamakuris on the wall and being like, "Nuh-uh, I'm not going up there. You're coming to me," and just chucking like all this stuff at him. And but even though it's not used in the match, because technically he only uses Fire Fist once to kind of end the fight, or towards the end of the fight, I still thought it'd be kind of a cool thing for the banner. Again, going the point of the banner is supposed to bring the idea what the match is going to be. It doesn't need to be 100% accurate to what is actually in there. Kind of like a movie poster.
Yeah.
But no, otherwise, Nagoda did a fantastic job, and I apologize. I keep realizing that I'm sending him matches that have like, it's like, yeah, here's Red King, kind of easy, and then Kamakuris, and then I just imagine him dying inside, screaming, just like, where am I supposed to find
The funny
this?
thing, both of them are Kamakuris matches.
Well, the next one I said wasn't. The banner that's in progress right now is the monsters all should be pretty easy to find. So
hopefully,
yeah.
Which one was that? Let me check really quick.
The space one with the moon.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, if I would like to add on real quick, because like I said, this is one I looked out. This one I hadn't read since I got it or sent it off, because I do remember getting this one, and I think it was like, I do loosely remember this one being a overall fun match. And I would like to say, before Great Shot continues, welcome back, Red King. Holy crap, we have not seen you in forever.
Yes, welcome back. Now get the hell out.
He's our corn on the cob.
Are you saying you would like to vor him?
I'm not saying I warn him.
Walking... Oh, that's where that line came from. How dare this walking corn on a cob approach its sacred territory. That's amazing. I mean, to be fair, he does look like one, so...
Well, it's also been a while for Kamakuris, too, and I think that now that we have a back-to-back one, it's like, oh, you don't give obscure monsters anything. Okay, look, Kamakuris just got a twofer.
And lost.
Just got one. Yeah, well, one, he might have lost, and he might have, lost in the other one, but he showed up. He
Oh,
made an
absolutely.
appearance.
Yeah, that's not a problem by me. It's like, as long as they appear, that's fine. I just like to have some victories and draws to balance things out. But if it can't be helped, then not much you could do there.
Yeah,
You're all
and
going
and there'll be a general theme, I think, with the when 253 is released in regards to the matches that come out.
Okay.
So, but no, for this match in particular, I know it's on you, but one final thing I will say is great banner, really good banner by Nagoda, and Kashawn Johnson is probably one of my favorite writers for the KWC personally. I always enjoy his action, and I thought it was done really well for this one. So yeah, good job, Kashawn.
Yeah, with that said, like I said, I'm just trying to recollect this match, just briefly looking over it now from what I read a long time ago, because I think I got this back in 2016 maybe. Goodness, I'd like to say at least 2016, maybe even 2015. It's been a long time, but yeah, I remember this one being just like fun. Just an overall fun Red King fight against two Kamakuruses. So it's like, alright, that's cool. A good thumbs up. Okay, Sean's always solid, is solid as always. So it's like, okay. Definitely, probably like, again, clearly an earlier match from him, but a good earlier match. So, and yeah, spoilers, it's nice to see Red King come back and take a win. So, thank goodness. Nagoda, did you have any thoughts for 251?
Yeah, it's a fun match. I really like how Red King just shows up. It's like, maybe I should just stop fighting for a bit. Just settle down, take a rest, take a break. And then instantly, as he thinks that, he gets attacked. And then goes right back to, I'm gonna kill everything again. Also, fun fact about the banner, the island that I used for it is the Jurassic Park island.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I used the island they based the Jurassic Park off of.
Oh, the island! I thought you said the island. Okay, right. Oh, that's cool. Alright.
So technically, they're gonna go. He's gonna go eat some dinosaurs right now.
Eat them before they escape.
Yeah, and rip their arms off. That way that way you can enjoy it.
Yeah, totally.
Before the volcano exploded.
Secretly, that was just Red King waking up. All the dinosaurs like, oh yeah, we're safe. They just turn and they just see him walking down. They're like, oh no.
That would have made Fallen Kingdom so much better.
Yep.
No, you see, the real tragedy here is that the volcano exploding was just Rodan waking up, finally.
Oh, that would have been a lot better. But with that said, like, any additional thoughts, Nagoda? Anything else?
I think that's about it.
Alright. Alex, did you have anything to comment on for 251?
I didn't read it.
Okay. Alright.
I just finished it.
Alright, Joe, with your fresh thoughts and opinions, how did you think of 251?
I liked it. It was a fun match.
It's the equivalent of a student finishing up his homework right in class right before he has to turn it in.
Oh.
But it was a fun little match. The fights were. I like how it used the command speed. Red King. What did I? Red King's fights was implemented really well. I have one problem, And it's from this match and the one after it. Everyone is doing Kamakuras dirty.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's true.
Those and all.
Dirty Kamakuras. Anyway, Birdman's hopped on. Birdman, really quick, what are your thoughts on 250 and 251?
Yes, we're about to get to yours soon, so just hold off on the applause and the self-congratulation.
Birdman?
Hold on. He's in deep thought right now. He's contemplating.
All right, gotcha.
He's still salty over his color riddle being solved easily.
Oh. But
Oh, man, take your vitamin.
250 was excellent. Haha! Wow, he said something good of a Tom match. Everyone duck and cover.
Boom.
Kill him.
251 was meh.
All right.
Fair
You
enough.
can't say that. Kill him.
All right. He gave his thoughts, gave his opinions, and then I guess that basically just covers everyone, at least in a very quick and easy manner. With that said, we'll hop on over to the most recent match, which came out yesterday.
It did.
Yesteryear.
Yesterday.
In the last 24 hours.
Yes, in the last 24 hours. Okay, that's a good way to put it. We have 252, Ultraman versus Kamakuras versus Gauss versus Kumonga. Written by our beloved Birdman, Connor Clonel, and with two banners that has yet to be fixed as of now by Birdman and Nagoda. So this one just has a little bit of a tinkering up to do in that department, and I don't know what went wrong there.
Which was also Greyshot's fault, as he didn't realize Birdman made a banner too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, look. Today you can just call this episode Gray Shot's an Idiot. I think that sounds like a pretty good summation of everything that's occurred.
Patch 252 patch. That's good. That's good. Yeah, the patch.
Oh, you know what? They also they messed up Connor Clonel's name.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Did they?
Yeah,
it's two L's.
Yeah, he has two L's
Two
at
L's?
the end.
Oh.
There's only one now.
Wow. 250 match
Wow.
252 has more bugs than Anthem.
Oh, ba-da-na-na.
Wow, 252 has more bugs than Piranha Plant Smash Bros.
It also,
Damn.
It also says authors instead of author.
I don't think. Well, yeah, it should be author, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of.
Boy, Anthony was just sleeping this entire.
Ooh, yeah, it's been author. It's been author since.
Boy, this patch is going to be really significant.
And it's gonna come out, and it's gonna come with a new name.
Kumamga.
It's gonna come out with more bugs.
That's how it's gonna. Oh my goodness, you're right. Kumanga. There's a typo. But its cries were cut
Kumanga?
short as one of Kumanga's legs stabbed into.
Oh, you noticed that too?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Where?
I think. Yeah, just Control F and type in Kumamga. It's in there.
Oh, yep, you're right.
Kuman. C-U... or C... How do you spell it?
Kumamga. Just replace the N with an M.
Oh, Kamamga. Wow, Connor. Wow, way to fail.
And not only that, Gauss screamed in protest and pain as the bard planted itself in its chest. I think that was meant to be
Bad.
Barb.
Okay, so definitely not my fault, considering since I read this over and I didn't even notice that.
I remember looking this over and not even noticing that myself, so I'm an idiot.
But listen, let's do the responsible administrative thing and just blame the writer. I think that's
And before microtransactions come in for 252.
exactly.
You have to pay $1 per error. That's how it's gonna be from here on. I'm just kidding.
But no, yeah, the banner she's aside, still really good banner. It has hallmarks of like all the different monsters in regards to matches. The 3 Kumonga flanking from all sides, the Ultraman beam coming back from like Gamma Guardian the Universe. Really cool there. And then Nagota's banner having it like the switch, and it's I like a more more feeling with like Ultraman being surrounded, all the monsters immediately gravitating to him, but the Kumonga like stalking from the sides, going after like a few that are distracted. Again, really nice banners.
Both
the match itself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say both banners carry different energies that work in their own way. While the Nagota banner is a little bit more on the simple side in that there's no like dynamic like banner beams and what, or no beams. Like there is still a sense of like, you know, motion of, okay, here's what's going down. Whereas the Connor one, I kind of like a little more just because there's the extra effort to put in the
beam.
Yeah, the beam, which looks really
beam
good.
Is great.
Yep. Yeah, that guy's dead. But no, the story I also enjoyed at this one too, having it kind of like Ultraman's tale, and I mean, to be fair, Connor, that is no surprise since it's one of his favorite monsters. Very much like Monster X and Joshua Reynolds. When an Ultraman shows up with Connor Clennell, you're in for someone that really knows their stuff, and this one made it feel so. With the whole story about like a scientist creating this weapon and it correlating to like why Ultraman fights and having all these monsters be attracted by said, or not the weapon, but like what they're testing, and kind of behind the scenes what's going on with that reveal at the end, kind of setting stuff up for like a sequel again. Overall, really cool. It kind of reminded me of the Godzilla comic, at least in regards to the beacon. That reveal. What was it? Godzilla: The Half-Century War.
Oh,
When they figure out how to attract all the different different monsters, and they eventually get space monsters because they get so powerful. This kind of had hints of that, and I like that. Like the Kamacuras is all like dog, you know, coming out, being obviously formed from the experiment, then coming out, and Kumonga coming in. The Gals following suit. Yeah, no, and yeah, definitely a plus there. So overall, again, from the people that I don't have to worry too much in regards to their writing skill. Connor Clennell is a fantastic writer, and this is just more evidence of it.
Yeah, from what I recall, this is honestly a really good, like, this is a stronger narrative that has a little bit more going on than just a fight. Like, there's clearly more at hand. I feel like the stakes are raised enough properly to where it's not just another run-of-the-mill match. So it's like, this is an overall really interesting, it's actually an overall really nice Ultraman match. That much I can say.
The only thing I would say in critique is I wish Ultraman had more of a presence in regards to like being connected to the, like, I wish there was like an intercourse where, like he had a dialogue with the scientists. That way you could get that kind of feel for like the human side of like the experiments that was being done, even if you know what happens to the scientists. But yeah, no, it was. I wish there would have been more of a dialogue between the two, kind of setting up more of like the human aspect instead of just the human. You just see the human experiments. But maybe that's just me like thinking of, because I did this right after reading 250 and I was like, oh man.
Some intercourse would have been good for this match.
Dialogue.
Yeah, I know this was one I got back in like 2016-ish, so it's definitely one of the earlier matches we've had on hand that I recall. So like, but still overall, just like I mean, I wouldn't mind if there was a more human integrated story here rather than just seeing the consequences of what the humans have done. But it was like, you know, all things considered, it's still a good match, like, on its own 2 feet. So it's like, alright, cool. Just clearly needs to get that patch worked in. Nagota, what did you think, Alright, cool. The sequel in May will have more human focus. In May? That seems specific.
May.
Anyway. Nagoda, what did you think of 252?
It's really fun. I really liked how Ultraman's thoughts on the Kamanga and the Kamakuras. Oh, they're just animals acting on instinct. They aren't inherently evil. But the moment Gyaos shows up, he's like, oh no, this is a real monster right here. I have to kill him really fast before he eats all these people. Gyaos is the real monster here, apparently. Not the giant mantises trying to eat those scientists, or the spider that was just sleeping. I mean, the spider maybe not, but the giant mantises at least. No, the giant sonic beam shooting bird is the real monster here.
Listen, he's just a monster too. He just has a different food chain than everyone else. How dare he be discriminated for what he eats?
He's also technically a creation of humans, if you count Atlanteans as humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, like part of ancient man's mistakes, you could say,
Mhm.
or mankind.
Except that Gyaos is more of a... I think Gyaos kind of served as more of a... Kamakuras was just an accident. But Gyaos
was actually made for
purposefully.
pollution.
Right, he had a purpose, but then he turned on that, so...
He had a purpose, but then he went out of control.
Yeah.
Or she went out of control. I forgot. All Gyaos are female. Don't forget that.
Mhm. But anyway, with that said, Alex, did you read 252 by chance?
No.
It sounded like
it
you were
just
going to
came
say
out, so.
something. It sounded like you were going to say something important, and then you're just like, no. All right, Joe, what did you think of 252?
I think I read it before because Birdman has it on DVD, but I can't remember about it. I'll have to read it again. But still doing Kamakuras dirty.
Dick blast.
I'm a little salty that I gave Kamanga his first in a while, just stripped away.
No, first victories count for everything, dude. So.
Yeah. But I remember enjoying it.
Oh yeah, that's right. But after this, okay. All right. So with that said, I think that any additional thoughts for 252 before we go? Greyshot, do you have anything?
I actually have a curious question for Birdman, which was this kind of like your own take of the original, which was Ultraman versus Gyaos versus Destroya? Because while it doesn't end like that match, it kind of felt like that match. Or maybe that was just me. Not really? Okay.
Yeah, he says not really.
Because that's what I immediately thought of, in this match when I started reading it, and I was like, if the Gyaos shoots Ultraman in the back of the head again, just watch out, man. Just listen, just keep an eye out whenever you fight the Gyaos.
Yeah, they're dirty little bastards. Anyway.
Hey, you never know. The Atlanteans could have made them taste like chicken.
Not that kind of dirty, but all right. You kidding me? If they taste like chicken, we wouldn't have yeah, if they tasted like chicken, we wouldn't have any problems with world hunger.
Yeah.
Everyone loves chicken.
I mean, the only problem is trying to hunt them down.
Yeah, definitely.
The second problem is vegan.
Okay, fair enough. Alright. So with that said, Birdman, do you have any sort of thoughts you want to give on 252? The match you wrote, any sort of fun facts or what have you? We'll just read them out as you type them.
Type faster. Faster.
Type.
You can't rush
Type.
perfection.
No, you can rush it. Dang right, you can profess it. Or profess it?
Profession?
I obviously am losing my mind today. I am obviously losing my mind.
Don't worry.
Make it a
Ruh, ruh,
profession.
ruh, ruh, ruh.
I'm just gonna slink up to the corner and just
improving
be quiet.
It's a monument to my improving writing skills.
That's good.
All right. Hang on.
That's
got
good.
more. Yeah. Seriously, compare this stuff to like 212 and 235, and there's a massive increase in quality. I can't argue against that. I totally get what you mean. I think it's just natural that a lot of writers here are just going to get better from here on, and we just learn from our mistakes. Because I know, I don't want to sound like overconfident or cocky or whatnot when I say this, but I know I've gotten better, a lot better with certain things that I originally struggled with for a long time. So it's yeah, I feel you, man. So, and to be fair, I mean, we just got to start simple and then we build from there. You can't expect great things off the bat. We just have to start small and get better. That's always the case with writing. So,
100% agree.
With that said,
And that applies to banner makers too.
oh yeah, definitely.
Like, my early banners were terrible. Now they're somewhat bearable, which actually leads me to my next thing, which is, while 253 has been posted yet, I can't say that her match will be posted very shortly.
Oh.
And that this will be the banner for it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You showed me that.
Yes, I did, because you're the second in command. But here's for the...
the Discord public that isn't public to the people.
Exactly, the semi-public people.
Yeah, the semi-public. That's what we are, the semi-public.
Exactly. But we got ourselves, what should be an entertaining and fun match coming up that I think people have discussed or mentioned on the forums quite a few times. So, I think I've been cleaning house when it comes to a lot of people's older matches, but newer, kind of now I'm only a year and a half behind. Huzzah!
Mega Gears is practicing her best Bill Cosby impersonation.
Oh, jeez.
But does this have the babies fighting? It's gonna have
Maybe.
babies.
Possibly. I mean,
Maybe, baby.
take a look in the background. There seems to be something flying about. Maybe that's a sign.
A sign is something, and I don't see
Those are
anything on the
guts, right?
ground, which also should have been a sign. Anyway.
What?
No,
Listen,
those are
these are
giant.
tall monsters. Obviously, there's ground-based creatures. They're too short to make it to this banner.
Fair enough.
You know, like the roller coaster. You're
They're
too short to
gigantus.
ride. You're too short to be in the KWC banner.
Oh, so is size now an issue?
So they're giant.
But no, the little things flying around the background should be a hint of there's going to be a little bit more. And if you know the two combatants in question, let's just say you're in for a fun time with this one. That much I can say.
100%.
It looks fun already.
So.
Yeah. Okay. I stress this every time, which is when Mecha Gear. If you were to look, because I recently had to watch half of the Godzilla movies, for my brother's Kaiju and review series, and oh my god, it's if she if it wasn't a Godzilla that had some quote unquote I would say lucky hits, most monsters would not last long against Mecha Gear. There is very few monsters that could probably last, and those are the monsters that actually just have a good defense. Any monster that's I don't know, Kamunga, Kamakarus, weaker, thinner monsters, they're just dead.
Mecha Gears is just speed.
Speed and
a
strength.
speed-based
She's strong.
monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knocking
It's
down
it's
buildings with one hit.
It's a rogue. The rogue isn't meant to be a brother. And it's not meant to fight a tank. The rogue is meant to take out weak players in one hit and then just move on. And that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, basically. So, hey man, no need to insult the babies because of your own shortcomings. Gosh darn.
Listen, I decide where they go. I decide if they stick, in the background or they make it to the banner. And you know what? My final decision, they're sticking in the background. In the
This
imagination.
reminds me.
Imagination. They exist outside of the realm of the banner. Anyway.
Exactly.
This reminds me. I need to make more Mega Garrus matches now.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
me too.
More the better. Anyway.
I think we're having a bit, quite a few, honestly. Like, we just had 245.
Right, so
Oh,
yeah, Maggie Earth is on something of a comeback here, so good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's time for others to get put into, shoved into the darkness.
Did we
But
get Joe's opinion on 252? I think we did.
he didn't read
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't read it. That's right.
I mean, it just came out, so.
Right. So
It came out this morning.
yeah.
Yeah. So unless you had a prior reading, like, I don't know, the guy that submitted it, you might not have been able to.
Yeah.
Might have been slightly difficult.
Yeah, like Kumamga. Anyway. With that said, I think we can now officially transition from the KWC to the matches that no one reads, the KWCE. So first in the lineup, let me just get all three of them here now, so that way everyone can click on them, even though no one's going to click on them. And even though I said in the Discord that it's like, oh, we're probably not going to go over one of them because I just posted like less than 12 hours ago. Maybe even less than 5 hours ago. I was like, yeah, whatever not. So in the KWCE front, we, like last time, we ended on match 30, which was the last one for the year, and I believe this one here is the first KWCE for the year. I'm going to be doing something a little different with this, so KWCEs will be coming out a lot more frequently than before. So, with that said, we will begin with KWCE number 31, Maguma vs. Ella King, which, fun fact, is written by Birdman, and is continued off from an actual KWC match 186. So, spoiler alerts, I suppose.
Oh, for 180. Oh, neat.
So,
Oh, yeah. Well, I can definitely. Yes. This. Oh God, that banner. Oh God.
I just brought. That's right. That was the other thing with Maguma versus Ella King. This match was written because at the time we thought City Shrouded in Shadow was like, technically a Toho involved property, but lo and behold, it isn't. So
Nope.
because of that,
Denied.
Ella King and a lot of other Ultra dudes had to be cut down for it. So it's like, all right. But with that said, I think what we have here with the match we have is actually a rather fascinating characterization of Ella King, just trying to find himself in the world. I think, honestly, this does a really solid job. Yeah, this is like a more Ella King perspective narrative of like it kind of like meaning of life stuff, and I think it does it. I think it does it really well. Like this is honestly a really strong, really interesting and introspective match. I like it a lot. I had a blast just reading through it, and the fight itself is pretty solid, and just like just takes itself in interesting directions. So yeah, overall, Birdman, like you did a really good job with Maguma versus Ella King. Solid job, my dude. So, and a way to kick off the first KWCE of 2019 too.
Just waiting for his own applause. He's just like, any moment now. Any moment.
Oh.
No, like perfect. But no, awesome. Like again, for me, the KWCE is something that it's not. I honestly did not read this match mostly because I've been preoccupied with many things. But I will say, looking down on it, I do like the banner that was requested.
Yeah, that's a really good banner too.
Yeah, with the ice. Oh yeah.
So, all because it was meant to be a KWC match. Darn. But with that said, anyone here read this match? Anyone?
I'm reading it right now.
Okay.
It seems
No.
pretty good so far.
And Nagota's now become the less successful kid in class that forgot to do his homework and then does it in class.
I'm just the student who just says, I don't give a shit. None of this matters.
We all had those students. Everyone does.
I mean, I think I still am that student.
KWX,
Eh?
Are you our teacher?
Am I what?
Are you our teacher?
King? I guess so.
Teacher.
Oh,
I think he's trying to say teacher.
Oh, teacher. Oh, okay. Are you our teacher? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Me and Grayshot. Yeah, two periods every day.
Yeah, none of this matters. I'll just grow up and work at Toho as a hack.
With that said, Birdman, do you have any thoughts concerning Maguma versus King, the match you wrote?
It was a lot of.
This was a lot of fun to write, he writes.
Says Birdman.
Yes.
Okay, finished reading it.
Dang, that was quick. Lightning speed. Alright, okay. I certainly found it interesting to put a new perspective on King. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Says Bird Woman.
Deplaced it.
Yeah, to put a second note on that, it always is fun when you can find a creative way to use a character. For instance, recently I found one for like Batra, thinking of like, okay, in his timeline, technically he just shows up once every few thousand years, is annoyed at Mothra. So what if I just made him like a lethargic guardian that just kind of didn't want to do anything and just shows up whenever, but always gets beat and then just like returns back to his like slumber.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always cool when you can come up with like, again, something that maybe it's not in the original series, but a new twist on things.
Speaking of which, if I wanted to in a future match, I could bring him back if I wanted. Oh, interesting. And it's interesting considering the way it ended. I feel like the way it ended, like, I guess I could, like, unless it continues on with the theme established here or has some kind of relevance to bring him back, I'd say, honestly, I think the way it ended here felt very fitting in a kind of dark sort of way.
Existential crisis, King.
Yes, basically. So.
Next match.
Yeah.
Next one.
We need our awkward silence first.
Yes, we need that awkward silence.
Do we?
Hope you look forward to the other sequel to 186. Ooh, okay.
Said Birdchild.
Birdman keeps changing. He always keeps changing. Anyway, with that said,
It's 2019. He can identify as whatever he wants.
He's already a
old bird. He's already a grandpa, don't you know? But with that,
He's already a ghost.
But with that said, we will be hopping on over to the next KWCE that came out like last week. The Stranger versus Descadora versus Rodan, Anguirus, Gorosaurus, Baragon, Titanosaurus. Written by Godzilla versus Rayquaza. And just a oh, banish you to bootleg bird zone shoebox. Anyway, with that said, yeah, this match I thought was like, it was definitely, I think it's kind of a similar situation to match 220 in the KWC, where it's kind of like again, you have or I say similar, not the same, mind you, but just similar in that it's like you have one group of monsters who are like, you know, like they'll try their damnedest, but you also kind of know they're not going to be like, you also know they're like they might not come out on top here, just because they're dealing with one overpowered fire dragon and another like ancient creature from who knows where. So it's like, you know, it has that kind of dynamic going on, where they're just two powers that overpower the rest sort of scenario, but they still, the lesser group do try up to a point. Then it becomes I think it eventually becomes more of a, like, you know, Stranger versus Descador narrative, so.
Yeah, once all the cannon fodder's gone.
Yeah, basically.
They're being retired.
Being retired, yeah, right. But yeah, overall, just like a really, like, you know, really fun match from Godzilla vs. Rayquaza. Just having just these monsters duke it out, and yeah, I don't have too much to say. It just feels, yeah, it just feel, yeah. I honestly don't have like that much to say, but it's a fun, like, you know, beatdown of a match. So. Anyone read number 32? Anyone?
I did not, but I probably will based on the monster list.
Okay.
King, I might take a chance at this one is far more just because I actually know who the monsters are. So
darn biases. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really liked it when the two monsters fought each other in the forest. That really good match. Yeah. Just the two monsters fighting each other. Good old standard match.
Wait, which one are we on now?
Number 32.
You know,
the stranger one.
it was a strange match, I'll tell you that much.
But it could have been stranger.
You mean it wasn't the strangest thing you've read?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
In regards to monster names, maybe not the best name to give it, just like the stranger, like what is it, the visitor?
Yeah.
Like, Godzilla. Maybe give him an actual name, not just like that. Because that always doesn't work.
The Stranger sounds like a name that came from that one new Sonic game where you could create your own character.
Yeah. Yeah. I could kind of.
It's like some edgelord teenager created a kaiju, and that's what they came up with.
It's sad because I know that the original Stranger's narrative was actually, like, you know, it's like, you know, Godzilla somehow winds up in the past and sort of inferred he may have not just been dreaming of the whole thing.
Also, I thought we didn't allow fanfiction kaiju to appear in the KWC or KWCE.
What do you mean? Stranger appeared in Dark Horse Comics. He was totally published.
Wait, the Dark Horse comics aren't fan fiction? I mean, they have dumb names for kaiju like Bogura and Golden Robot Thing.
Cybersaur. Hey, don't make.
What's the difference?
Dig blasted.
Or should I call him Golden Mechagodzilla?
Oh my goodness. Well, with that said, like, again, anyone else read 32? Anyone? No.
I'm skimming it right now.
All right. So Nagoto's probably gonna.
I probably will just at a later point, because yeah, this month was kind of crazy, which is why the KWCs were all kind of late this month. So my apologies. It'll probably be the only. There'll only be the few that have been posted.
Mm.
But there should be more next month.
All right, sweet.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Yeah, we did not have a KWC for Valentine's, unfortunately. Anyway.
Yeah, the match is okay.
Minya versus Destroyer did not happen. Apologies.
It should have been for Valentine's Day. It should have been an orgy for a match.
Yes.
A decent sequel to Match 100, where all the other monsters that survived the explosion just party over the corpse of the dead.
Now we all know it's a sequel to Match 14.
Yes. It's an Orga
Orgy. getting blasted. But with that said, we will move on to the final of the KWCEs.
Surprise, surprise, no one read it at this time.
We have King Godzilla versus Trilopod. Yes, King Godzilla, the other fan-made creation from a manga, an officially published manga.
Hey, Joe and I saved that monster from getting axed. You're welcome.
Basically.
We saved it for.
Darn you.
You saved it for ancient.
Darn you,
Yeah,
Shrek.
I read that one surprisingly.
But yeah, freaking like I think like King Godzilla, it's like it's fun with what it does with the Trilopod, but it's also kind of like what you would expect too. So like it's nothing too like outstandingly unique, but it's just kind of like it's the two fighting in the middle of the woods. Not too crazy.
Yeah.
No real story it's trying to tell. It's just a fun fight between the two. That's about it.
I didn't know Trilopods had laser cannons until this match.
Yes, they do. It was actually like it's actually like a scrapped ability technically. So.
Yeah, or it's used once, and it's used against Godzilla. It's like when they first show up.
Yeah, it's a little weird because I think they used it once, but it was also when the Trilopod had taken on Megaguirus' genetic material, so it's like, how much of that is Trilopod and how much of that is the Megaguirus side, I don't really know. So
yeah,
it's a little hard to tell. It's like, of all the Trilopods you could have done that with, you had to do it to the one with the monster that makes it ambiguous. But it might be like Matt Frank's artwork does point to laser cannons from like the chest area and whatnot. So it's like, all right, it exists.
Plus, the same color as the orb, so.
Mm-hmm. So, don't you mean the eyes?
Sure.
Yeah. But that's it. I think that officially. Yeah, that officially wraps up all the KWCs and KWCEs for the month. But before now comes what's probably going to be the main meat of this particular bit, will be the KWC Awards and the KWCE Awards. Then after that, we have a story from Alex. So, great shot. Would you like to? Anyway,
wait, what?
Great shot. Do you want to go over the KWC Awards? Because we have not had the chance to go over that.
Oh yeah, sure. I will gladly go over the KWC Awards. So this year we had plenty of awesome matches, but as always, only a few can win. And for instance, for our best writer, we had Andrew coming in at number 1. Actually, let me pull up the actual votes and that kind of stuff. So I guess first, let me just say thank you all to who did vote. It's always awesome, and I think for the most part we had plenty of results to base our voting off of. Dramatic waiting. Here we go. So yes, number 1 with so 75% of those that voted chose Andrew, followed by 69% with me in second. Harley had a solid 52% in third.
Wow.
And yeah, because for this year we chose top 5 different writers, or sorry, top 5. We chose top 5 instead of top 3, so that way more people could get the vote. Because obviously there is a bias for maybe 1 or 2, but in this regard, you can get more people to vote, which I think is always a great thing.
Oh, right, totally.
So yeah. Let's see. Do you guys want me to go through like the top 5?
Oh, sure thing. Go right on ahead, my dude.
Cool. At number 4 we have Christian, and number 5 we have Birdman, Connor Clennell.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So nice job to everyone.
Yeah.
just the yay.
Yay.
I'm sorry, what? I'm spacing out.
Oh no,
Yeah,
we're
wait,
just
what are we
going
going
over
over?
like a top 5, like top 3 and top 5 like writers. So.
Yep.
So nothing important. Okay.
Yeah. So I should also note, I guess, it is like the at 6 we had Matthew Williams, 7 Joshua Reynolds, 8 Matthew Freese, 9 Landon Soto, and number 10 Grayson Post. So those are the ones that had.
That number 6 spot is a dishonor to everything the KWC stands for.
for Matthew Williams.
Whatever one the Joshua Reynolds guy got on.
7th.
Sorry, number 6. That 7th
Wow.
is embrace to
Wow.
everything the KWC
How
stands
dare you.
for.
Attention.
Matthew Williams is, made a really nice banner or match there. How dare you?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my dude.
So
A thousand apologies, kind sir.
Well, in that case, then we'll go on to top 5 KWC matches of the year. Now, this one was very interesting because we had not too many like big blockbuster matches. We had one, and I think and that one was squarely at number 1, which is Orga in Hell. As I think it should have been, because it was a really damn good match.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, like even if there were areas that could have been like cut down just a bit or could have been paced a little bit, like yeah, it's still a really good match. Like yeah, Orga in Hell was definitely that like friggin'. Whew, it was the big match of 2018. I tell you what.
Oh yeah, and it carried its weight. What you're going to be surprised at, those that haven't looked at the thing, is what the other votes are, because it is number 2. We have Space Godzilla versus Gazora, Ganimes, and Kamobis.
That really surprised me.
That so major shout out to the author there, because
that was Connor's match. That was Birdman's match right there.
Yeah, that one though, it makes sense because that one had like a monster I was rooting for, and I can't say that with a lot of matches. I was very invested in that match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it made. Yeah, it surprisingly did a really good job of making you root for the underdogs, being the Amoeba Trio. Really good job of that.
Take
Godzilla Heisei versus Godzilla Soar should have won.
It's up there. I think it's
that's Kino match of the year.
Well, it does. It is. It's up. I know Godzilla versus Source exists in this list, so it's like, all right, you're good. But that said, freaking. Yeah, I was not expecting Space Godzilla versus Amoeba Trio to be up there, but that's it. You may continue, Gray Shot.
Match 245 should have gotten second place.
Wait, I'm sorry. Back that up. You actually gave a compliment to my match?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Oh god, Joe has been spent too long at the Applebee's. Come on, get out of there, man. Please, go back. Go home.
Are you getting Joe and I mixed up?
Again?
Oh, Alex, sorry.
Again?
Wow, I'm an idiot.
Wow, and outstanding move.
Fantastic.
Are you sure you're sure?
Look. Things happen. I sometimes lose my mind, normal stuff.
In the middle of a podcast, he just loses his mind for a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, number 3 we have match 220, Manda Millennium versus Frankenstein, Gara and Sanda versus Tripod versus Monster X.
Gyra,
yes. So nice job there. We had a good amount of I think we had a good amount of buzz for the Trilopod's release, and that match definitely is why. It was very well done, and while I might have had critiques, obviously people enjoyed it greatly.
Grayshot doesn't understand the brilliance of match 220.
Gosh, dude.
He doesn't have a high enough IQ.
I think my IQ is fine, thank you.
You don't understand.
Yeah, if you're settling for an IQ of 5.
Blessed it. Blessed it, Alex.
I will find you.
Guy raise up horror.
Find me and do what? Kill me? Because I'm already dead.
Two. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Kill me?
Alright,
Well,
that's it.
in any case, at number 4 we had Ultraman versus Gabara, which was, I think, probably one of the
dream
underdogs of the
sequence.
year. Yeah, that was probably one of the best. That is probably the best Gabara match we've had, and
Yeah.
I would challenge anyone to fight me on that one, because that truly encompassed what Gabara should be, and Ultraman as well. I thought was also spectacularly used there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
There's not much competition area.
Otherwise, at number 5, we do have Mothra Leo versus Mech King Ghidorah versus Megaguirus. So
Time travel.
Yeah. Just to round up the 6 through 10, though, we have Godzilla Legendary versus Megalon number 6, Dagara versus Ganymes, Gazora, Komobus, Manda, Titanosaurus, and Varan at number 7, Godzillasaurus versus Rodan versus Muto at number 8, Biollante versus Space Godzilla at number 9, and at number 10, Godzilla Hesai versus Godzillasaurus.
Fuck you, that should be number 1.
Listen, Billy the Triceratops can always be number 1. I apologize. But,
Yeah, I can.
but
It's just the KWC media trying to make our boy look bad.
to put this in perspective, though, the thing I liked about this is the matches were actually quite close. There wasn't that much of a difference between, like, second, or at least, like, the 5th and, like, the 8th match. Like, the percentage, like, Orga and Hell got 64% of the vote, but Space Godzilla only had 37%. Manda only had 31%, so it dropped off quite a bit, and it was very much an even spread over the others. So I think that's a good sign for all the matches this year.
Alright.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Manda versus Baggin should be fucking banned
Yes.
from our libraries.
Well, it's not on this one, not on the awards yet. But on the 3 most original KWC matches, number 1 we have Orga and Hell. Number 2 we have Ultraman versus Gabara. And then number 3 we have Dagara versus Ganymes, Gazora, Komobus, Manda, Titanosaurus, and Varan. So, congratulations on those wins.
240 should have won that as well.
Well, in regards to who should have won, we do have the best banner creators of 2018 with Andrew at number 1,
Wow.
followed by Landon, and then followed by our own Nagoda.
Yay!
My baby boy.
He's up
Third
there.
place. Yes.
Also,
In fact, Jackson was right behind him.
You beat
also
Godzilla.
match 240 should have tied with my son for the victory.
You did it, Nagoda.
You're popular
Third
now.
place.
My baby boy's popular.
Congratulations, Nagoda.
I got the bronze.
Yeah, not well. And I just want to make note, like Jackson usually is the heavyweight here, and for those asking, why didn't you put EJ Sue on there? That's because he's a professional and he created the banner. Therefore, I didn't think it was right for me to put him on Best Banner Creator, because it's kind of like having a heavyweight champion fighting a whole bunch of like college athletes.
Yeah, it would just be like, yeah, you get crushed. The results probably
Also, they're not banner creator. He's not a banner creator.
right. He's not going to be a
that was
regular,
exactly.
so it's like
So there is that. But otherwise, on regards to the best banners, this I did have 225 on, but 243 took number 1, and I would, as the person that made the Hell Orga or Hell Godzilla, I definitely take some credit in that regard. But otherwise, 225 was at number 2, and 245 was at number 3. Followed by 238, which was Dagara versus Ganymes, Gazora, Komobus, Manda, Dinosaurus, and Varan. And at number 5, match 220, Manda versus Frankenstein, Gara and Sanda versus Trilopod versus Monster X.
Mm.
So, nice work there.
240.
I'm pretty
Where
sure
was 240?
the Orga won best.
240 was a ways down, actually.
240.
Where was 240?
240.
Yeah, 240. A little bit ways down. So that one did. But in regards to best new use of monstrous form, Helorga again took the lead with number 1, followed by the Trilopod number 2, followed by a tied third place with Kanimas and Kamobas. Now, for the best 3 uses of Kaiju in the Kaiju match in 2018, we have Orga and Hell at number 1, Godzilla Source versus Rodan versus Muto at number 2 for the best use of Kaiju. And at number 3, we have Space Godzilla versus Gazora, Ganimus, and Kamobas at number 2, and then that one is at number 3. 4 and 5, though, pretty much what you'd expect with Biollante versus Space Godzilla. I think everyone remembering that gripping scene where Space Godzilla murders Minya and Godzilla Jr.
Yeah, basically.
And match 220, Manda versus Frankenstein, Gara, and Sanda versus Trilopod versus
Gyra.
Monster, coming in at number 5. As I said, Gyra. Yeah. Overall, makes sense for those uses. Those weren't really too big of surprises, I would say. Ooh. Next up, I'll just keep going fire, and if you guys have anything you want to, by all means.
All right, absolutely.
In regards to best use of human or alien characters, at number 1, we have match 245, Mothra Leo versus Mech King Ghidorah versus Mega Gearus. Number 2, we have Legion versus Mech Godzilla versus Grand King Ghidorah at match 225 at number 2. And at match number 3, we have Godzilla Hesai versus Godzilla Saurus. So, those I would definitely agree with in regards to the characters and whatnot. Especially Billy the Triceratops, our best alien character.
Wait, which one was 240?
Third?
240 was third.
So, it's up there. It's in the top 3, man. You can calm down.
Which one is 240 again?
It's third.
Yeah, it's in third place of like a best use of human.
Yeah, I know that, but which one was 240 again in terms of matches?
Godzilla Hesai versus Godzilla Saurus.
Yeah, Godzilla vs. Godzilla Source.
Yeah, what one was that one again?
Best use of human or alien characters in a KWC.
Yeah, I know that, but what was the match?
Match
Oh my
240.
God, okay.
Match 240 is Godzilla vs. Godzilla Source.
We're moving on. Best use of a story/narrative in a KWC. Match 225 at number 1. We have match 245 at number 2. And we have Ultraman versus Gabara at number 3. And then in 4th, we have match 240. There you go.
Yay.
Ew, match 240 is gross. That one's fucking sucks.
Wait, what? Come on. You were just defending it like not 5 seconds ago. I'm gonna get you.
Next up, we have Best New Writer, which ended up being Jack Jordan, number 1. Matthew Williams at number 2. Anthony James Velez at number 3. And those, I can understand why. I actually think Jack Jordan's match, Godzilla Legendary vs. Megalon, was kind of the underrated classic of the year. But
yeah, that was
I thought that was
Godzilla vs.
really
Megalon
good.
was a fantastic match. That was legendary. Godzilla vs. Megalon. It's a fantastic.
I guess you could say that match was legendary.
Hey. Yeah, definitely.
But still not good enough as 240.
And then for the final, for the best writing duo/trio of 2018. Andros Sudomarsky and Harley Jameson come in number 1 with match 220, Manda Millennium versus Frankenstein, Gyra and Sanda versus Trilopod versus Monster X, match 229, Zilla versus Black Moth, match 231, Godzilla Jr. and Godzilla Source versus Titanosaurus versus Spilo War, Gilgar and Zendora, and match 240, Godzilla Hesai versus Godzilla Source. Oh, God, that was a long breath.
Wait, why are they taking credit for match 240? I wrote it.
What? Hey, man. Do you want me?
Yeah, Joe and I wrote it, remember? We showed it to Kaiju X and then he fucking stole it from us.
They used to have track.
Yeah.
Dick blasted.
And 3 Iguanodon.
But yeah, those were the top matches of 2018, and
then we had Ogre Battle playing the whole time.
Yes.
If you are one of them, pat yourself on the back. You definitely deserve it. It was a very competitive year. Yes, Orga and Hell kind of swept a lot of votes, but not all of the votes.
Totally. Yeah, this was a very... Yeah, Orga and Hell definitely was like a monkey wrench that just came right out of nowhere in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah, if that wasn't there, I am very interested to see what it would have been a very much more there would have been much more variety in regards to the winners. But that one just kind of had to, again, like you say, throw a monkey wrench and all that, and turn what was a very competitive year into a oh, it's this, like, that landmark match that just comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, pat yourself on the back, writers. You did a good job there. You did a good job. Otherwise, does anyone have any comments they want to make in regard to the match? or not the match. Any, are you looking over the list?
Yeah, looking at the list right now.
Here, I'll copy the link.
I'm looking at it right now. Like, you posted in the...
Here, yeah, it's currently in the KWC General. I just posted it again to make it a little easier.
Like, I don't have too much of a... I felt like a lot of the ones that are here feel like they are rightly in the right spot to be here. So, and some of them just overall shocked that they are on this list at all. Space Godzilla vs. the Amiibo Trio was probably my biggest surprise of all the matches. So it's like,
I would agree with that. My counterpoint though was the other one that I'm so happy did well in original is Ultraman vs. Gabara.
Absolutely.
That one I absolutely adore.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much like last year with Iris versus Monster X. This one that one in particular and both of them I did the banners for, just because I love the idea of those matches.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my personal favorites of the year.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, absolutely. I hear you, man. I hear you loud and clear. So, I'm just really happy that all the matches Harley and I wrote are kind of sprinkled throughout a lot of spots. Got, like, third place for best KWC match. You got Godzilla vs. Godzillasaurus for best use of human alien characters. Clearly, Billy won everyone's hearts.
Of course.
I mean, it's not like I put in the effort to try and understand the psychology of Maxton Thrust. No, it was Billy that won everyone over. It was just... Yeah, I'm just really happy. My goodness. Whew. Keeping it alive. Anyway,
well, here, there is one more thing in the awards I could dive into real quick. Which is the favorite moments of the year by our writers.
Oh yeah, go right on ahead.
Not our writers, by our fans. So, in regards to this year, we had I had people submit their favorite moments, and I'll go with them. First and foremost, while there are plenty of memorable moments, I think Orga and Hell and Match 245 cover a lot of the bases for memorability with their fights and real moments. Space Godzilla blowing up Minya's head.
Okay, I wrote that.
Ow, the edge.
You Ding Dong and Billy the Triceratops.
Yes.
I think that was mine.
No, Ding Dong Billy Triceratops was mine.
No, did we both?
The Manila one.
Again, you Ding Dong and Billy Triceratops. So I'm guessing that was we both. Let's see. Dagara beating everyone in match 238. Orga. Lots of good ones, so I can't decide. The banners are spectacular as well. Rodan picking up Garoran, and I would agree. That was one of probably my favorite funny match of the year, was Garoran versus Gazora. That poor who made that original banner where it looked like Gazora just got
no, that was Ditto.
Yeah, that's right, that one.
Yeah.
It just looked like he looked like, kill me. Like Ingora just speeding down, just beating up this poor squid.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, compared to the next one we have where he just looks like he's screaming in pain as he's being stabbed by Q-tips. I think that's what they... Oh, no, not the spikes, but I think they originally were Q-tips, weren't they? Is that what we...
I don't know about that.
I thought someone mentioned that's how they designed it. In any case, let's see. When you show a flashback of Godzilla with his two sons from Space Godzilla's mind in Biollante vs. Space Godzilla, either Mothra Leo fighting Meg Gears inside the time stream or Baragon eating Santa.
To be fair, that's actually legitimately funny. And that was partly Harley, if I remember right. So it's like, woohoo.
Oh yeah.
That was Harley.
Harley immediately was like, "Can we have Baragon eat Santa?" I'm like, "Here, we'll put this on a coin flip." And sadly, Santa Claus lost the coin flip.
Yeah.
And luckily I was there to hear them do that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard Baragon eating Santa's ass.
No.
Well, no, you are definitely wrong there, Alex.
He was eating, but not. He was eating Santa, but not. He wasn't eating Santa out. If that makes sense.
Exactly. Next up, we have
Baragon still ate ass.
Oh, God. Anyway, guys, when Rodan kills the female Muto mere moments after she killed the Godzillasaurus, Baragon chasing Santa's sleigh, all of Orga in Hell, Kiryu finally fighting Mecha G Hesai, which actually major props to Nagoda for making the banner.
Oh yeah, definitely. I still really love the banner for that one.
It's still not nighttime in that banner.
No, but you know what? It still looks good. Gosh darn it.
Wait, no, it was day, wasn't it?
No, it was night.
No, the match was at night.
The match was at night, but the banner was day.
Oh, I thought. Oh, whoops. King Kong tripping and falling on Varian spikes like a curse word. Orga's defeat 243. Baragon eating Santa. My favorite moment was Santa being eaten by Baragon, but I'm completely biased towards that. Haha.
Out the edge.
I think that might have been Harley. Orga becoming a Godzilla clone. Finally.
Right.
Yeah, how many matches has it taken him to finally eat Godzilla?
Or become a Godzilla clone? That's
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, how many do we have any matches like that? I don't think we do.
The Orga taking over everyone thing. He was burning Godzilla.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Since Orga became Godzilla, I guess he helped Godzilla eat his ass. Just as I prophesized.
Let's see.
Called it.
Manda taking on Bagan.
Ew.
Megaguirus riding on Mothra Leo while he was traveling through time.
Kinky.
Well, the part in Orga in Hell where he split himself into different Destroyer-like hybrids. Godzilla fighting King Ghidorah. I loved a lot of moments this year, but I, for one, really enjoyed 241's character-based storytelling. I think that one is the Godzillasaurus versus Muto versus Rodan.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, character-based more from the monster's perspective, obviously. That was a solid match.
Yes, and I completely agree. That one was really good from Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Matches like Yogg versus or Space Godzilla versus the Yogg Children was a great match and definitely my favorite. In the banner of match 239, where Dagara is using his whirlpool, when Kumasugami came riding on Desghidorah against Orga on match 243, Space Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla Hesai versus Godzilla Legendary, which I don't think happened.
Wait, what?
No, that didn't happen. That wasn't a match.
What? What happened?
I'm literally copying. Okay, someone wrote Space Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla Hesai versus Godzilla Legendary.
That is...
And didn't happen in 2018.
No,
that hasn't happened
that
ever.
has not happened. I don't think that's...
Someone get on it.
Yes.
And last but not least, Baragon eating Santa Claus, because that definitely did happen.
It seems a lot of people really loved Baragon eating Santa Claus.
What can we say? When you kill the Father of Christmas, it really leaves a nice, warm feeling in your soul.
Yes, it does. Especially Baragon's.
Now I should note, we did have some recommendations.
All right.
For instance, so these ones are going to be shorter because I don't want to say them all, but the only real suggestion I have is that I wish there were a more consistent schedule, even if it did slightly reduce the amount of matches uploaded per year. But other than that, just keep doing what you all have been doing. 2018 was a great year for the KWC. Let's hope 2019 can even be better. We had some compliments like, keep being awesome, y'all. Someday I hope to write one for myself.
No.
Dig blasted. How very encouraging of you, Alex.
We had Discotech has already released God Mars in North America. When is Anthony going to do God Mars updates, and when will God Mars be in the KWC?
Who the fuck is God Mars?
That's what I want.
Why should we care?
Who's God Mars?
Name what?
I've seen Anthony emails months back, and still got no replies. Was I blocked?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes. The answer is all of the above. A recommendation: an official Toho Kingdom YouTube channel, including KWCs, in a similar format to Wikizilla's YouTube channel.
Ooh.
I mean, we already had the committee reads.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well, I think. Well, there was the proposed whatchamacallit thing I had in mind. The like official KWC
Oh,
audiobook.
the straight readings.
Yeah, the straight readings. But
Yeah, bitch, you can't replace us.
yes, I can. It's my show.
Not anymore.
Well, we also have. I look forward to the KWC the most on this website. I just want to thank all of you. I really enjoy reading these KWC matches, and I look forward to any great ones in 2019.
Ain't gonna happen, buddy.
No.
Two things. One,
I mean,
make banner groups so that they'll view other banners that someone else made but didn't get chosen, just so that unused banners wouldn't go to waste. And two, update the roster page by having it look like the combat roster.
Sounds like communist propaganda, but okay.
The combat roster? I'm not familiar with that one.
Hold on. The person posted a link.
No, first off, one of my matches came out this year, so that's already not going well.
Hey, Nagoda.
We all
Don't
know that
ever-
King Ghidorah
don't-
match was horrible.
Don't ever say that again. You did good work, son. You did good work.
Apparently, Nagoda has.
We all know that King Ghidorah one was the worst of the bunch.
Hey, Nagoda, you stop talking like that.
Well,
You do good work.
the
Don't let any of these motherfuckers tell you different.
Anyway.
The two final things I wanted to say would be it'd be nice for more round 2 matches and make an Ultra 7 month. And to you, I say no.
Yeah,
Because
please
I
no.
don't
We're
have
gonna need
enough
more Ultra
matches for
7
an Ultra
matches.
7 month. And we already have them included, so it wouldn't make any sense. Otherwise, most of the other comments or there are repeats, like looking forward to 2018 or jokes by the staff. So I'd rather not repeat them because it would give them satisfaction, and I cannot allow that. So
Of course.
that
That cannot be done.
Yes. So, the one thing I will say is, in regards to the consistent schedule, that is something I have been thinking about. In fact, it's something I've been thinking about for the KWC in regards to lessening the amount of matches we have per year, but making it on a consistent schedule of every 2 weeks. We have it on like every Monday or something of that nature.
Mhm.
So we would drop probably like 7 to 10 matches a year, but there'd be 2 matches every single. There'd be 2 matches, but there might be something in regards to the special months. Like there might still be that, but in essence, what we would do is have 2 matches, either maybe like the 15th or 30th, or like you know what I mean, like something to that, like the 10th and the 20th, and then it repeats on the next year or next month, I should say.
Mhm.
Instead of having 3 matches, but they're up at random times.
Right. Yeah, I think that will probably help in the long run. But there is a certain satisfaction with them just coming out sort of whenever, but having a guaranteed consistent schedule would help.
Yeah, it is something that is the one comment out of all of them that I am taking most consideration toward.
Right.
But no, as always with these awards, the reason why I have them and the reason why I do them is to give everyone credit for all the hard work they do, and I just want to thank the staff. I want to thank the banner creators. I want to thank everyone that's even partially involved, like Andrew's brother, for helping make this possible. I just want to make note. I just heard a boo come out from like across my apartment. From my brother from another room.
Oh, jeez.
Is he recording too?
I have no idea. I'm just a sappy speech, and then I just hear the silent boo.
All right. With that said, throughout the entire time you were going on, I had hastily assembled the easy-to-read list for the KWCE Awards for anyone that actually cares about this.
A lot of people do.
So, with that said, this one should be really quick because a lot of it's super simple, unlike the KWC. So it's like, all right, we're good. So for the KWCE of 2018, these are all the matches that have come out in 2018. Starting with match number 13, Rayquaza versus Monster X, and capping it off with match 30, King Ghidorah Showa versus Mothra Showa, Megalon King Caesar Showa. So you have all that. You just have to go to the Toho Kingdom forums to find it there. But with that said, I'll jump right into it. I'll just try and make this really quick. So for Section A, Best Writer overall goes to Birdman. He has been nominated as the best writer of the bunch, just dominated everyone else there. Best KWCE match of 2018, the most memorable one according to a lot of people, is actually a draw. Or no, sorry, I'm a numbnut. The most memorable match is going to go to match 27, Ultraman Orb versus Shin Godzilla. So I expect to hear that a lot.
But you're my numbnut. Yeah.
What I meant to say is that Section C, Best Use of Kaiju in 2018, is actually a draw between Ultraman Orb versus Shin Godzilla and match 28, Audrey 2 versus Pumpkin Rapper. So, kudos to actually those two matches there. I was not expecting any of them to end in a draw. I was kind of shocked. Section D, Best Use of Human Alien Characters, goes to Ultraman Orb versus Shin Godzilla, but I would like to include some honorable mentions with match 18, Godzilla Showa, Baragon Showa, Gorosaurus, and Manila Showa versus George, Lizzie, and Ralph, and match 20, King Ghidorah Showa versus Rancor. So
nice.
Those are just kind of those were the closest runner-ups we had there. Section E, the most creative original KWCE of the bunch, we have for Ultraman Orb versus Shin Godzilla. Section F, Best Story in the KWCE, also goes to Ultraman Orb versus Shin Godzilla. And then Section G, the Best of Shin Timber, is going to go to Ultraman Orb versus Shin Godzilla with an honor.
Wow, much diversity.
Yeah, I know. At least it makes it quick. Honorable mention to
Just say diverse.
right.
I hate it.
Honorable mention to Shin Godzilla versus La Canage. Surprisingly enough, that was the only other match that got votes besides Ultraman Orb. And then finally, victory by default. The best parody match of the KWCE goes to the only parody match we had for the year. Match Heart, Atsunai Kusagami versus Kumaso Kama-Gidan, Rise of Kumaso Kama-Gidan. Kumaso Kama-Gidan finally has his own fanfiction. And I'm proud of it. Unfortunately, this was not meant to be the only parody match, but Alex, things just didn't go accordingly, so
When I feel like it.
you better make up for it next year.
Well, get me a couple lines
sorry.
of coke and we'll do something about it.
Sorry, Yuri has a date in April that I need help with, so not gonna happen.
All right.
Fine, I'll give what the people really want. A whole novel's worth of Baragon eating out Santa Claus.
Oh no. And then just post it at fanfiction.net. Go from there.
Nah, it's getting posted on the forums.
Yes.
But with that said, I think, as far as KWC and KWCE coverage goes, we got a lot of mileage out of it. However, now that we are going into the unrelated note, or the unrelated section, Alex, I believe there was a story you wanted to tell everyone, including our beloved audience. So,
Hey, it still has kind of a connection to the KWC.
alright, fair enough.
Okay, I've been, depressed lately. Some of you may know or notice that Joe has taken over my verifying position, or a little bit, since he kind of read some of your matches. So, last week, I decided to get high because I was still depressed and need to take my mind off stuff. And watched Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh boy.
It was a lot of fun. I felt like the movie was way better while being high. Couple observations I made. Near the beginning of the movie, when Freddie Mercury and the band were getting famous, they stopped at a gas station. He sees a trucker. And well, when I was high, I thought the trucker was Forrest Gump. and Forrest Gump went into the bathroom. And Freddie Mercury entered. So what I thought happened was that I thought Freddie Mercury fucked Forrest Gump, and I really thought Tom Hanks reprised his role as Forrest Gump. and they start fucking each other right next to the bathroom stall where my disappointing son hung himself. Not Nagota, he's a good boy. The other son, the one I hate. Next, when Freddie Mercury was composing some sweet-ass music, he slapped a waiter on the ass, and the waiter said, "Do that again, and you'll be cruising for a boozing, lad." It was a mixture between Irish, Scottish, and some third accent I couldn't register with me being high. And then I blacked out for I don't know how long, and the next thing I know, I found myself gorging on chocolate cake.
What?
Eating it like a fucking bird.
What? What in the world?
Bohemian Rhapsody, Oscar-nominated film, everyone.
Going back to the film, the waiter, including some other characters, changed accents like 3 different times. And their mustaches were fucking hilarious. I died laughing. Also, there was a part where a rooster was singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Especially the part where it's singing Galileo.
What in the world? What?
Also, the DK rap version was really good. Where Freddie Mercury teamed up with the DK crew to stop the Kremlings. And I will say, that movie was Kino. It deserves to win the Oscars.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and how this relates to the KWC, Joe was looking over Nagota's match, which was the Godzilla Jr. versus Red King. He even had a banner of it. Which is all too familiar to a certain anime meme where the guy's getting lifted up and whoever's strangling him usually gets replaced by a different character. Joe pointed that out, and I typed, "That is so true. I really understand what you mean a lot more. I'm high, by the way."
Oh, good grief.
But yeah. And then I also typed up a review while being high.
Oh no.
Which I'll post here in the link.
Okay, the off-topic section.
Yeah. So you could read that, or even post the link to that whenever you upload this video.
Oh boy.
Obviously, I edited it some of it because I did not include the Forrest Gump part in the review on Letterboxd.
Right.
So after I posted my review, I messaged Joe going, "Oh shit, I forgot to post the part where Freddie Mercury fucked Forrest Gump."
Oh man, yeah, I think we're just gonna post this one in the freaking description because this is.
And that's basically my high. My story about being high while watching Bohemian Rhapsody. Also, his mother looked like a young woman playing an old woman.
I do enjoy some of the comments here. Best supporting actor has to go to Rich Evans for his AIDS. Oh, you're right. It took 12 Rich Evans to make. It broke new ground. Oh, man.
That was really bad.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh man, a fantastic high story. Oh man,
glad you had a fun time, I guess.
Yes, it really cheered me up. Like after this past week or so.
Right. Oh man, yes. Reflecting on something like that, it's like, oh, what in the world? Maybe one day I'll try and get high, but I just don't have any of the access to people who have the stuff.
Yes, and again, This is not a recommendation to do any of those things.
No,
or
it's
we
not.
are recommending.
It's...
We are just and this is a person that is from a state that is illegal, telling his own story. We do not sue us. Do not come after
Absolutely.
us. If it is Kaiju X owns the channel, go after him.
You fuck-
Oh, if he owns the channel, then do it.
Do it.
Even if your state, even if your state hasn't legalized it, do it.
No. Only if you legalize it. We do not condone illegal activities here.
No, we don't.
Or at least sneak out of your parents' homes to get vaccinated.
Oh my god, that is a serious thing that's that is something just terrible.
Go get vaccinated. Be cool. Be a cool kid.
Just please.
And don't be a fucking narc.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oof.
Well, with that side tangent, anyone else?
I don't think anyone else had any real stories to tell. I just know Alex told me, hey, I want to tell a story for the KWCC. I was like, oh yeah, sure. So, that was it.
I personally am disappointed that just when
Oh,
did I-
yeah.
what's that?
Oh no, go ahead.
Did I
Drew.
say a coherent sentence? What?
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 You just asking if that was a coherent
don't.
sentence and you couldn't finish your own sentence?
Wait, what?
I said, did I say a coherent?
A coherent what?
Think he's saying a coherent sentence? Yeah.
Oh.
Was it?
Only possibly. Only a little bit.
Yeah, it was all chopped up.
Yeah, it kind of
Yep.
was. Yeah, all choppy woppy.
Oh, okay. So, Kaiju X.
Yeah.
Are we still gonna make this one a 3-hour version, or are we just gonna leave it as 2 hours?
Oh no, this is just going to be a regular 2-hour version. So the
Okay.
end game's up and coming, if you will. But
So, when can we expect a match of Freddie Mercury and the TK crew fighting the Kremlins to be a match?
oh no.
Sure.
I don't know. Look to the KWCE for that one, if you ask me. With Shrek.
Okay, I'll be sure to do it.
With Shrek. And the 3 iguanodons, yes. Man. Yeah, it was like up the... Yeah, this was an overall, like, really... Yeah, this was actually an overall really fun KWC. We had a lot to talk about, at least in the KWC department. So it's like I'd rather have a lot of time eaten up by KWC shenanigans than not having much to say at all. So it's like, all right, that's nice.
No. Well, here.
Anyway.
I guess I should say in regards for the next month in the KWC, if you do notice matches not appearing at the very start of the or the very start
Oh, the month.
of the month, that is because I will not be in the United States at that time.
Oh.
So, yes.
Oh, where are you going?
I will be on a vacation with family. So
What country?
It's multiple actually. It's a cruise.
Ooh.
It's like a family reunion thing.
What if I want to visit? I need to know.
What if they're creepy stalkers listening in? They need to
ocean.
know.
Yeah. What was his name again? I think it was like Leader Megatron or something like that.
Oh gosh.
They need to know.
I still ship Greyshot and Leader Megatron.
No.
I'm just saying, if you notice matches aren't up at that point, that is why.
Mm.
Otherwise, there should be. Otherwise, I will try to get it to Anthony prior, so we do have a continuing schedule and a continuing release.
Right.
So at least with you should see hopefully something. If not, it's probably a bigger match. In which case, it'll be worth the wait.
Oh yeah, definitely. one big match eats up all the smaller matches. Nom nom nom. But yeah. But yeah, shoot. All right. So apparently, I've heard that Godzilla vs Kong bid's been bumped up to March something.
Yeah, I believe they didn't want to compete with Fast and Furious 9 or something. I believe that was the reason.
Yeah. That's the second time they.
In which we thank you, Fast and the Furious. You finally proved your worth.
I guess so. I mean, those like extra couple of weeks can really kind of make and break stuff, if you ask me. But at the same time, So, but hopefully the fact that it's like, as long as our monster movies aren't competing with the big, because big like friggin' like Avengers, Fast and Furious, you do not want to be competing with them.
To be fair, they might, depending on how Godzilla does, though, that might, because like its original trailer was the biggest thing from. I would say it was arguably one of the biggest trailers from the previous Comic-Con event.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of good buzz. I mean, that trailer that was just posted. Did anyone catch it?
The TV spot.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing was. Oh boy.
That was really cool.
Oh yeah, that was a really cool TV spot. I'm not gonna say what for the sake of people who are avoiding spoilers. So,
speaking of the trailer, if I can, I saw the other, and they played the Godzilla trailer.
Ooh, nice.
It was great.
In the theater, right, or wherever you were, right. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Too bad the movie wasn't as good.
Well, at least the experience was worth it to see a Godzilla trailer.
All I got was tied up to a theater chair and had to be forced to watch the whole anime trilogy.
Well, if you do have to watch an anime movie, go watch Alita. I actually would recommend it.
Oh no.
It's either that or
that's what Joe watched. Joe
Listen,
did not like the movie.
I actually, minus the romance, which has its moments, but most part I don't think doesn't work. The action is just insane, and so are the fight sequences. It is, in like the motorball, like the world building, everything is fantastic.
Oh, for which movie now?
Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, okay, Alita Battle Angel. I've been hearing stuff about that.
Yeah, because everyone's just like, it's Alita Battle Angel. It can't be. Just like, it actually is. It's. I would actually give it more positives than negatives because of how well it pulled. At the very end of the movie, I was like, I would actually want to see a sequel.
Like this movie, James Cameron is a boring ass cracker.
Not sure about that, but Rodriguez is the one that does it, and he is.
Oh yeah, forget Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, I know he's the director, but James Cameron also had a hand in it.
Yeah, he produced it.
He's trying to make himself relevant again for his Avatar sequels.
Robert Rodriguez makes some of the effects still look like Spy Kid effects.
Right. I mean, that's just Robert Rodriguez for you, I suppose, but
he just has the worst effects budget.
Hey, don't you be dissing Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was mistaken.
Oh my goodness, but yeah, I didn't realize that Alita was based on a manga, to my understanding.
Yeah,
you didn't?
You're wrong, hentai.
Dig blast. What's the difference?
No, it was based on a DeviantArt.
People.
Dude.
But like Tumblr, it got rid of all of its not safe for work sources.
despite the fact that all said not safe for work sources are still there, they just simply they just basically covered it in the shallow grave. So, you know, so it's not actually gone. It was just like, oh, look, it's gone now when it's still there. Great job, Tumblr. You're a bunch of idiots. Anyway, and hey, the Kaiju X channel is actually growing close to almost 300 subscribers. Wow. Wow. Huh.
Nice, man.
What number is it at right
It's
now?
at 294 from what I'm seeing. So, yeah, that's nuts. Huh.
Yeah, slowly but surely, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's always good to...
I mean, it's not like I never really had too much of a strong aim when it came to this YouTube channel. I just wanted to share our shenanigans and just have a way of communicating with our beautiful voices.
What beautiful voices.
God, I hate the KWC.
But yeah, for the why are you here? Because he wants to take it over. That's why.
I want to take it over so I can shut it down.
Not if it deteriorates first. Just kidding. Oh man. But yeah, shoot. I think we'll call this up. I think we'll call it good for a night. We had a lot of very interesting stories, and something I'm going to be trying to implement with this video, because it was a recommendation I saw in the comment section, was adding timestamps. Honestly, I never thought of that before.
You know how much time I waste trying to figure out what point the KWC battles show up? A lot.
Do you understand the pain?
Hey, I just realized something.
What?
Go on.
You want to know why this episode was good?
Why?
Because Saltmons wasn't here to fuck it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only been in here one time, and I don't understand what you're talking about.
He was
listen
awful.
to like the last couple of podcasts, and you'll kind of see. Yeah, I'll admit, on the forums, he seems to be all right. He clearly has a, he's direct. He's like, but as far as I don't know, when he's on here, he tries to be, I guess, just tries to be an entertainer by being random, blouty, and overall rude, and it's just has not worked out well. That has not worked out well. So, yeah. Yeah, I generally don't I personally do not like anything I already said what I need to say regarding him, and I don't want to really dwell on whether he's here or not or whatever. I just want to enjoy myself with my friends, with my bros, and we talk about fan fiction that we don't get paid for. So.
Oh yeah, that reminds me that my antivirus said that my matches were business documents, that they had the potential to be stolen.
Really?
Okay.
That's great.
Hey,
So
Nicoda.
apparently you're a business now.
Hey, that's a compliment because you write business quality matches.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, and yes, audience, I treat Nicoda way better than all of you because he's my son.
It's biological.
Well,
Anyway.
Well,
Yes.
in any case, thank you for watching this week's
But unfortunately, my bitch of an ex-wife has a majority of the time.
Anyway,
Ramblings of a Madman aside, thank you for watching this month's KWCC. We hope you have enjoyed, and you should be able to tune in next month. Well, hopefully we have some more awesome details on maybe Godzilla King of the Monsters and some more awesome KWCs and KWCEs.
absolutely. You stole the words right out of my mouth, almost as if I stuck my tongue out and you read every word on it. Anyway, absolutely. Thank you.
Backs away.
Right. Anyway, thank you all very much for listening in onto these videos, and hopefully we will see you there next month properly. Unless we get another special guest, then in that case they'll just have their own podcast, and then we'll have the proper one. So, with that said, we will see all you guys next time for the next month's KWCC. Take care, folks.
Shh, I'm listening to Queen.